Welcome to Boswell Book Company. I'm the proprietor, Daniel Gold, and this is our 1135th day. Tonight, we are presenting Will Allen, the author of The Good Food Revolution. Will Allen is an urban farmer who is transforming the cultivation, production, and delivery of healthy foods to underserved urban populations. After a brief career in professional basketball and a number of years in corporate marketing at Procter Gamble, Will Allen returned to his roots as a farmer, using his retirement package to purchase a plot of inner-city land with greenhouses, where he has built the country's preeminent urban farm. He is now CEO of Growing Power, an organization that develops community food systems. In 2008, Will was named John D. and Catherine T. MacArthur Foundation Fellow, a Genius Grant, only the second farmer ever to be so honored. He's also a member of the Clinton Global Initiative, and in February 2010, he was invited to the White House to join First Lady Michelle Obama in launching Let's Move, her signature leadership program to reverse the epidemic of childhood obesity in America. In May 2010, Time magazine named Will to the Time 100 World's Most Influential People. And in 2011, Allen was named one of the 7 world's most influential foodies by Michael Pollan and Forbes magazine. He was named the 2012 NCAA Theodore Roosevelt Award recipient. He lives with his wife in Oak Creek, Wisconsin. And now, a video.
It's a new day. It's a new day. It's a new day. It's a new day. It's been a long time coming. Up the mountain kept running. Songs of freedom kept humming. Channeling Harriet Tubman. Kennedy, Lincoln, and King.
Food is such a powerful way of bringing people together. When I graduated high school, I had over 100 scholarship offers, and my goal was to get an education and play professional basketball. And I said, I'll never go back to that farm. We're able to move from less than 1% of local food production to 10%. That was $1 billion change. We're growing energy here. We're growing soil, we're growing people, and we're growing a community because we're anchored here in a community that badly needs food. So part of that, this whole concept is really about growing community as well as providing the most important thing to all of us, which is our food. My mother's family was in farming. My father was a sharecropper, but unlike many African-American males at that time, he wanted myself and my brothers to know where our food came from, and for practical reasons, to be able to grow our own food. As we sit here today, we're losing rural farmland and we're losing farmers. 1 million since 1960. Actually, I was driving down the street here at the time, back in 1993. I was working for Procter Gamble in sales and sales technology, and I just saw the for sale sign, and I stopped and I wrote down the number. You know, I said to myself, this is the place that I could land, and that's when I got in trouble. I knew a little bit about the area. 5 blocks away is the largest housing project we have here in Milwaukee, called West Lawn. Was pretty much what is called a food desert, and the only access to food is corner stores and what they call fast food swamps. As a matter of fact, many of our kids are eating food that our grandmothers wouldn't recognize as food. I was just in Cleveland. I met with the mayor of Cleveland, and he really gets it. We're starting to get a lot of waste from food wholesalers. They throw away thousands and thousands of pounds of food waste a week. I want the same food to go to all people in all communities, and to do that you have to figure out ways of reducing the production costs, and part of that is what we do here in terms of growing soil by using renewable energy to keep the cost in line so we can get that food to everybody at a reasonable cost. People come here, they want to know, how did you do that here? You know, how did you make that happen on these 3 acres? How can we do that? This farm system is a unique farm system. It's part of, I think, ag of the future in terms of how we grow food here very intensively, using every square foot, and everything that we discover, we pass on to folks that come here. It's not like we want to stick it in some closet and try to make money off of it. Everything we discover, we pass on to other folks.
I don't think I've ever interviewed anyone who was officially named a genius by a major foundation. How did you find out that you were getting the MacArthur Genius Award?
In our city, we have a lot of vacant land. In the Midwest, there's hundreds and hundreds and even thousands of acres inside cities. Cities like Detroit, cities like Youngstown, Ohio, and Buffalo, New York, Chicago, where they have 77,000 vacant lots, some 33 square miles of vacant land, that we can grow food. I always believed in having a diverse group of folks to work with, so diversity is at the top of my agenda. One of the declarations I made with the city was that I would hire kids from the community. Then we started being looked at as an asset to the community because we were providing jobs.
I live 10 blocks up from here, and I used to walk past here every day when I was in high school to go to the basketball court. And one day I just stopped in, loved it here. I would have never thought that I would be doing something like this, but I love it.
Whoever wants help, whether they're from Detroit or some small rural community in Alabama or Mississippi or upstate in Wisconsin, we engage those communities. So it's not just inner city, it's not just urban, it's rural communities that are hurting today as well. But it's really all about food and how we are going to try to change the existing food system to make it something that really works for everybody. People think because they spend a lot of money for food, that food is fresh and good. But we know when food travels many miles, it loses a lot of its nutrient value, and the system that we need is to go back to those days where a food system was local. A sustainable food system is the only way to really end hunger in the world. The industrial food system, it hasn't worked. We have to change our food policy, our national food policy. And to do that, we need concrete projects like this and others around the country to change policy. We just can't compete with going to D.C. and standing in line and trying to lobby for something. We have to prove that this works. We have to prove that this cash flows. It's something that we need to continue to grow. There are some challenges that we have to overcome to make it grow. Being a former athlete, you know, I like competition and I like challenges. I've always wanted to guard the best player, take the last shot in the game or whatever. You know, I like that kind of challenge. And if you can transfer that over into something like this, it becomes a very powerful and good thing for the community. Good evening. I don't know if this works, so it doesn't work for me anyway. These things are never never worked for me. It's really great to be here tonight. It's great to be back in Milwaukee. I just flew in a few